Welcome back to this week's Tutorial Tuesday. This week we are taking a look at the final legend in our legend series, and that would be Crypto. Crypto is the surveillance expert. He has the passive of the Neuralink, the tactical of the surveillance drone, and the ultimate of the drone EMP. Crypto's passive is the Neuralink, allowing Crypto and his teammates to see what his drone is scanning for up to 30 meters of distance. They also recently buffed this, increasing the drone's FOV. This used to be an extremely weak part of Crypto's kit, because Crypto would have to either be in the drone, piloting it, taking him out of the fight, out of the engagements, to scan the enemies, or it would usually be easily destroyed if it was just standing still and you placed it in a spot to scan the enemies. However, with the recent buff for Crypto's drone, where he can now throw out the drone in a straight line or attach it quickly to a wall or surface, this allows this to be a little more effective, allowing you to quickly throw a drone into an area and see what enemies are there, and then you can recall it quickly, or if you want, you can pilot it. Moving on to Crypto's Tactical. Crypto's Tactical is the surveillance drone. This is the crucial, most central part of Crypto's kit. This is what makes everything else run. None of his other abilities work without the drone. Without the drone, Crypto is just an ordinary guy. So one thing that Crypto's drone can do really well is it can interact with survey beacons, respawn beacons, and banner cards. This allows Crypto to not be in the line of fire when you're getting information from survey beacons. It also does it instantly, where every other legend has to do that animation. It also instantly respawns at respawn beacons, where everybody else has to wait 5-6 seconds. And it can grab banner cards, which no other legend can grab from a distance. This makes Crypto one of the best legends, if not the best legend, at recovering from a bad fight. If Crypto can get out and grab banners, there's still hope that you could win that game. However, when grabbing banners with Crypto's drone, you do need to be very careful, because if they see where your drone came from, they can track you down. Or if your drone gets destroyed before it can grab the banners, then it's useless. Another tip for using Crypto's drone is you want to fly it as sporadic as possible. Make it hard to hit, because the health of the drone has been recently decreased from 60 to 50, so you want to make that drone as hard to hit as possible so you can get the most out of that drone or recall it without it being destroyed. But if you're already in a close quarters fight with Crypto's drone, there's a couple ways you can use it where it probably will get destroyed, but it's worth it to get that benefit. If you do one of his quick throwouts and you can get some information about where your enemies are out, just throwing it around a corner, throwing it out of a building, throwing it up in the air. If you can get some quick info that can help you get a knock or a kill and that can win that fight, that's very important. Another way that people don't use the drone a lot is you can actually throw it next to you and you can use it as cover. It does only have 50 health and it doesn't cover that much area, but it does force the enemy to shoot something else. If your drone does get destroyed in a fight using it like this or in any other instance, it does come back fairly quickly, so don't worry about it too much. So as I said before, Crypto's drone is crucial to all of his abilities. Without it, he is just an ordinary man. However, my biggest tip for playing Crypto and about his drone is to use it as little as possible. Now this may sound like it's counterintuitive, like why would you not use the abilities of the legend you're playing? And I'm not saying don't use the abilities. You definitely want to use them. But every second you're in Crypto's drone, there's 1 second, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, couple minutes that you are not in fights, that you aren't helping your teammates damage the enemy, and this can really hurt you in a lot of situations. So you want to be as efficient as possible with the drone. Use it, but use it quickly. Do what you need to do, and then get back in the fight so you can help your teammates out. If you spend too much time in your drone and you don't master the ability to use Crypto's drone quickly and effectively and get out of it as fast as possible, you'll end up like these Cryptos here in these two clips. Both of these Cryptos knew exactly where my team was at, but despite having fought us or having the sound cues, they still decided to use the drone to find the exact location instead of getting ready for a fight, and it hurt both Cryptos a lot. Now let's talk about Crypto's ultimate, the drone EMP. Crypto's drone EMP is a very strong part of Crypto's kit. It allows your drone to, in a very large radius, send out an EMP that will do 50 shield damage and slow people, and it'll destroy a lot of different abilities and traps. It'll destroy Gibraltar's dome, which is a very important one, Watson fences and pylons. It'll destroy caustic traps, mirage decoys, lifelines drone, ramparts covers, Loba's black market, and even enemy crypto drones. Since the CMP does do a fair amount of damage, you can use it to level up your Evo shield, and once your Evo shield's fully leveled up to red, you can switch Evo shields with your teammates and start leveling up theirs. This can also be really helpful in ranked, especially if you have a couple of ultimate accelerants that you can just continually EMP and get those Evo shields really high and be prepared for those endgame fights. One thing you really need to be conscious of when you're using a drone EMP is to let your teammates know that you're going to use it, because not only does it hurt your shield if you're in the range, but it also slows your teammates and will destroy their traps. So you really need to let your whole team know that you're going to use it and really coordinate those attacks. However, if you can get an EMP off on a full squad, this 150 extra damage before the fight even starts can be a really effective way to push, giving you an advantage in that fight. You do have to be really careful when you're about to use an EMP that you keep your drone safe and don't get it destroyed. A couple ways to do this is you can keep it out of harm's reach if they're in like a small building. You can keep it outside the building so they don't even have a chance to shoot it, and then EMP and they won't have a chance to stop it. You can also keep the drone above or below where the enemies are at, or just behind cover, and this will give you a good point to EMP off of, and then you can use that for your push. Overall, I think Crypto is a very solid legend, as long as you can remember to keep that time in the drone to as little as possible. Having extra information, having that surveillance knowledge is always really useful in the game, and those legends always tend to do very well. If you want to see some really high-level Crypto gameplay, I recommend you check out Toxic Blood and Fire. I'll drop the link to his YouTube channel down below. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this Tutorial Tuesday. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, click that bell to get the notifications, and then I'll see you guys next week.